Hey there, welcome to a Kidz Films video tutorial. Today I'm going to be telling you about the basics of Adobe Premiere Elements 4. Just going to load that up here. Okay, when it first comes up you'll see you have Capture Video, Open Project, New Project. What I'm going to do at the moment is do a new project. I want to show you a blank. I'm just going to call this Test for the moment and just do that. Okay, and then it takes a minute to load, but when that comes up, you see, here we go. What you're confronted with, what you've got here is at the bottom, when you first get it, it will have the scene line. If you want to do any particularly good recording, I suggest you go to the timeline, because it's much better for more advanced video editing. Here you have, this is where you do all the work, basically. This section around here. That's where all the work happens. Then here is your monitor window. I'm quickly just to show you how you insert files, this kind of thing, just do a quick add text, that kind of thing. If you click on project, and I like to double click, that's my way of doing it. I'll show you a separate way. And then if I go into my file where my video is stored, okay, you then get the organizer, and if you double click on the video, it will play the video. Okay, so if you go into project, see you now have the details of the project here, and the name. You can re-click and rename that to something more meaningful. Just so you know, renaming this will not affect the actual file. It only affects it in this, which is called the bin. So yeah, so to add this down here, you can queue it. If you double click on it, you get the queue window. What you can do is basically, the front's at the beginning, but this is take out action and cut and bits that you don't want, so I'm just going to put it, in fact I'm just going to play it. Just going to play that. So I'm going to stop it there and then just set the out point. Then when you drag it over here, that's all you've got, and you can use this slider here between the time stretch tool and the detect beats to zoom in, and it will zoom in round the marker. Note if you hover over the marker, it will give you the start end duration details. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in, so that's pretty much everything. Play that, that's 5 seconds long. It's me firing 3 shots. I'll just tell you a few more other things. The time stretch tool, or pressing X, allows you to change the time that this plays for. That one's slowed down, or I can speed it up to only a few seconds long. And I'll speed that up to a noticeable amount, so you can tell it's speeded up. There you go. Then I'll just add some text. To add text, you press the T down at the bottom, and then after a few seconds it'll load. You just type in there you go, and then you can add a style. You can change the settings all over. Text options, add animations. Oh, wrong one. Add animations. This kind of thing. I'm just going to add a basic style to it at the moment. Make it center and line it in the middle. That's all I'm going to do. And if you double click back on the timeline, it'll bring you back. And you see if you go up, that's on the timeline here. So drag that across. If you right click, this is something that you'll probably need quite a lot. If you right click and go to fade, you can do fade ins and fade outs. And if I show you, if you do that on video that has, if you do this on video that has audio, if you go to fade out, you can fade out the video and audio separately or together. So now if we play this, See, you can also, if you press enter, this is the last thing I'll do. If you press enter on your keyboard, it will render the project. It will render each frame so that it plays fluidly. And you see, it will now play. It will render the selection that you've put this to. So you can see it will play very well. Okay, this is a tutorial about Kidz films. Thank you for watching. There will be more coming soon. Next tutorial is how to do muzzle shots.